to all of my subscribers, and welcome. If this is the first time you're joining me, my name is Odessa. I'm the Mystic Intuitive Healer. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master, spiritual coach, and an intuitive tarot card reader. And through the work I'm doing here on YouTube, as well as Instagram, TikTok, and my own website, odessamal.com, I deliver messages to you that will help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. So for today's reading, I'm looking into your greatest strengths. You guys often undervalue all of the aptitudes, skills, and qualities that you possess. So I want to take a deep dive into all of your greatest strengths. It could be something that is emotional, physical, mental. We will see. So I have 3 piles for you guys to select from. Pile number 1 is partnered with this pink candle. Now I associate pink with compassion and love. And then pile number 2 is with this blue candle. I associate blue with tranquility and peace. And then pile number 3 is partnered with this orange candle. And I associate the color orange with power and drive. So I will give you guys a second to select your pile. You'll see a close-up of the candles and the cards in just a second, and I will see you at your pile. Hi, pile number 1, welcome back. So you picked the pink candle, and I want to remind you guys I'm running a contest this month. You can win a free mini reading with me. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and comment on this video, and then on the first of the month, I will announce the winner on my community tab. It's my opportunity to give back to you guys for all of the support that you've provided me. And it's always nice to see how the reading resonates for you. So please do comment. Hit the thumbs up too, right? Everything helps. So these cards are going to let me know what your greatest strengths are. Let's see what you have. You got Ouija board, caution, dowsing rods, seeker, courage, pay night, and it says empowerment, success, and clarity. And on the back of the card, we've got Taurus, Capricorn, and Leo. So, and this is also with the lion. There's Leo featured there as well. So you might have one or more of those signs in a prominent placement in your chart. It also says painite is documented as the rarest gem mineral on Earth. This fiery pink to brown tone gem is a full spectrum chakra opener and relieves pain on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. It empowers success and good fortune. What? Oh my God. Wow. Pile number 1. You also got true love and the chariot. And the chariot also has a lion on it. So there's definitely a lot of Leos in pile number 1. Sun, moon, or rising. Okay, wow. So you guys have a lot of drive. You are seekers. Yeah. I mean, the dowsing rod is the seeker card. You are seeking knowledge. You are seeking connection. You are seeking excitement. You want to succeed in the world. You want to not only empower yourself, but you want to empower others, right? With this painite. You want to get clarity on things. I think that you probably are someone who really enjoys studying your craft, whatever that might be. It could be your career, that you're really dedicated to your career and you want to know as much as you can about your field. It could be that you have a number of different hobbies that you're trying to master in this life, but like you really want to understand why things are the way that they are. Whether you might like to tinker, you know, you might like to like build things, or you like to do art, you like to try your hand at different hobbies and skills as well, you know, like you might cycle through a bunch of things just because you're so curious about why things are the way they are, or how you improve on a particular skill, or what another group of people is thinking or feeling, or their experience. Like there's just something about you that like seeks out knowledge. You're rare, you know. I get the energy that you're probably a old soul or a mature soul. There's something about you that's just very different, and it helps to heal and soothe others. So you may find that your enthusiasm for a particular subject or something, anything really that you're passionate about, rubs off on other people, and people may not be, matching your energy, right? That might be something that's a little bit frustrating for you at times. Because I get the energy that you're just like, go, 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 and you will just jump into something. Like, you are not afraid. Like, this is the Ouija board caution, but I feel like you have overcome that fear where, oh, well, what if this doesn't work out? What if I have to, experience pain to get through this, to like master this? Like, is it worth that? I don't think you think about things that way. I think that you think that, there's the chance that things won't work out, but it's worth it no matter what. I think if anything, it's kind of like you throw caution to the wind, and you're willing to, go into the unknown and possibly face things that others are afraid of, because a lot of people are afraid of Ouija boards. They're afraid of like what they might connect with. And this particular card is also making me think of this true love card, because the planchette, which is like the piece that you move around on the board, is shaped like a heart. And so with the true love, I feel like you risk it all in love. And that's a huge strength for you. Like, yeah, like I said, there is the chance that your heart will be broken. But you are willing to take that risk because you know that there is the possibility that you're going to win. And even if you don't win out long term, you still learn something, right? Because you're that perpetual student, constantly seeking. And you have an opportunity to experience excitement, and like I was saying before, see something from another person's perspective. I think that one of your greatest journeys in this life was coming to a place, and you still might be on this path, but coming to a place of self-love. Recognizing that not everyone is going to be able to match your energy or match your enthusiasm or want to go in the same direction as you. They're not going to necessarily be as empowered. And I think that if you aren't already there, you're going to come to a place where you're really at peace with that, and you understand that like somebody has to be first, right? And that person often has to have a lot of courage because they're kind of like going against the grain often, right? You have this very innovative energy. And I definitely feel like you've had hardships. Saturn is in the back of this card, and Saturn, as well as Jupiter. Yes, this is like risk reward energy. Like, you have had to push hard to get ahead in some areas of your life, but it has majorly paid off for you. And I think that a lot of people really admire how, courageous you are. And they do see that as really rare. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I also get the energy that you're different, right? You stand out physically too. It's not just that it's like your attitude. I also get the sense that like it could be your energy. You might notice that people just watch you, and especially as your vibration is shifting, like that started to happen to me. Like, when I would go out walking my dogs, and I had been doing a lot of clearing and a lot of work on myself and like overcoming the same lessons that I feel like you're going through with the lessons of self-love, to like just unconditionally love yourself no matter how many obstacles you face or how difficult it is to achieve your goal. And the more I leaned into that and the better I felt, the higher my vibration became. And I noticed like people would just be like staring at me, just smiling. And I was like so thrown off by that. It never happened to me before. And now that's normal for me, which is so nice. Like you're really going to be able to shift yourself into like a totally new paradigm. You're going through a portal, and I think very soon. Like I'm hearing full moon, so this might be taking place for you on the next full moon, which when you guys see this, it will be on the Wednesday following the release of this video. And it's the Capricorn full moon. So you might notice a real energy shift then, but this is a timeless reading. So whenever you're seeing it, it would apply to the next full moon. But the Courage card, the Lion is also going through a portal. Yeah, and there's this real energy like of a portal around the dowsing rods. You guys probably can't see it, but there's sort of this like spiraled rainbow effect around the dowsing rods. This is so cool. And like I was saying before, there's something physically different about you. So you might be very like unique in the way that you style yourself as well, like along with your own, growth towards self-love. You started to take liberties and give yourself permission to show up authentically in every area of your life. Right? So you're wearing the clothes that you want. You are, styling things the way that you want. You're decorating your house so that it feels like, your sanctuary. You're not holding back with that. You're not like saying, oh, well, this is just a rental, or, oh, I don't think I'm going to be here that long. You're like, whatever. Even if I'm only here for a week, I'm still going to make it as comfortable and as me as I possibly can. And it's transforming your life, right? Because as you do that, as you say, the most important thing for me is to feel like I can be completely authentic, and I want to match my energy to the types of experiences that allow me to be authentic. It will shift everything around you, right? It's a little at a time. It doesn't for you, actually, it might actually just come in like really, really fast, right? Because I do get the energy for some of you. It was almost like Saturn released something, right? This grip that it had on you, that energy. If you haven't already checked where your Saturn placement is in your chart, I highly recommend that. It'll give you a lot of insight into what the holdup is for you if you're still feeling like this is like a state of arrested development where you're like, I'm seeking, where are the answers? Like, check where Saturn is, because that might be giving you a clue. And then you just have to be completely authentic, right? You have to be completely authentic. But I do get the energy that it's going to just shift for you if it hasn't already, and all of a sudden abundance coming in. More opportunities, unexpected connections, maybe people from the past that have opportunities and love and support to give you, all of a sudden show up, and they're like, what is going on? But it's so beautiful and exciting. Okay, so let's get some more cards and find out a little bit more about your strengths, pile number one. What are pile number one's strengths? Greatest strengths. Nice. Got a couple animal cards here. So you got cheetah. Get clear on your intentions, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. Yes, there might be something that's blocking you guys from really experiencing everything that you can, because you haven't quite zeroed in on your target, right? So cheetahs, fastest land mammal, but they can only move short distances, right? They are more of a sprinter than a long distance runner, and they have to time themselves perfectly. So they have to know exactly where their prey is going to be running to, so that they can maneuver their body so that they intercept them at exactly the right moment. So that is what your guides are saying, that you may, because you're a seeker and you love to experience all this new stuff and you're open to anything and you just love to experience life and you love to meet new people, you may need to prioritize what blessings you want to come to you the fastest, right? Because if you sort of switch your attention, it's going to slow everything down. Now, that may not be important to you, right? That this might be something that only some of you need to be adjusting. If you are happy with the pace that things are coming in, you're like content, then keep doing what you're doing, right? You do not need to shift anything. It's only if there's something that you've really been looking forward to and you really want it to come into your life that you might want to just really focus your attention on whatever that particular goal is. Sleep affirmations are a really great way to focus your attention because maybe during the day, it's harder for you to remind yourself to like daydream and fantasize about what you want. But at night, there is no mental blockage there. There is no distraction. You're completely open. So a sleep affirmation, a sleep subliminal, there's thousands of them on YouTube, could really, really, really help you. And I think it will just shift the energy forward a little faster than it's moving now. You also got Camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Yes. So the other thing about manifestation is that you need to focus on what you want and have gratitude for everything that's going right in your life now, right? Now, that doesn't mean that everything is perfect. What I want you to do is focus on what is going right. We need to like focus on the things that are going well, then try and disengage emotionally from the things that are going wrong, right? Don't put a lot, you can acknowledge it, you can be aware of it. Like when stuff is going sideways, it's going sideways. But try and put your heart energy into what is going right and try and detach yourself a little bit emotionally from the things that are going wrong. Only because in manifestation, when you are really emotionally fixated on something, that gives that manifestation more power, right? So if you are thinking, oh, nothing ever goes right for me, everyone always disappoints me, and you're crying about it and you're feeling upset, those are legitimate, valid feelings, but because of the law of attraction, you're actually adding a lot of power and strength to that still being your reality, which is exactly what you don't want, right? So that's why I'm saying that if you can listen to the sleep affirmations, it can kind of counter that, right? Because we're human. Like, I get upset about things, right, not going my way. We all do. So we have to sort of find ways to sort of trick the system, right? So sleep affirmations for sure. And then the other thing is you don't have to figure it all out. That's like, you know, one of the first things that I had to wrap my head around, that I just had to say what I wanted. I didn't have to figure out how it was going to come to me. And it's amazing how quickly a manifestation will come in for you when you just are like, this is what I want. Like, for example, I really wanted to get a dress form that was adjustable. As many of my subscribers know, I worked in fashion for 20 years. I have a dress form, but it's a solid body. And I wanted something that was adjustable. So if I wanted to do alterations for myself or others, I could use it. And it was just a random thought. Literally 2 days ago, I was walking my dogs around the block and there was a dress form. My neighbor was bringing it out of her house and she's like, do you want this? I'm like, yes. Please. It was so random, but I know that I manifested it. I didn't think about how I was going to find this. You know, I could have gone onto Facebook Marketplace or, you know, gone online and like, I could have done a whole bunch of different things to try and track one down. I didn't. I just said, that would be really nice and this is what I would use it for and wouldn't that be great? And then the universe just delivered it. Like, I'm still kind of in shock over that one because like, I really like was amazed. Like there's no other explanation for it other than the universe delivering on my wish. So it's the same for you. You have everything that you need already to have the life that you want. You just don't necessarily have all of the circumstances lined up to be able to walk through that door. But that's not for you to figure out. It's for you to focus on what you want and to have faith that you can literally do everything, right? You are the camel. You are carrying that water on your back. You don't need to worry if there's going to be water out in the middle of the desert because it's all within you. It's amazing. All right, let's get a couple more cards and find out what your greatest strengths are. Pile number one. Pile number one's greatest strength. Get one more card. Nice. Okay, so you got the Page of Wands and you got the Three of Pentacles. So you are a team player. You can work with other people and really bring out the best in them. And it looks like you're able to seamlessly work in their greatest skills with your greatest skills to really manifest something beautiful. And you are a child at heart and you are like passionate about things and it gets people excited, you know, like you are open-minded and it doesn't matter how old you are. I think that you have this eternal youth and it gets people thinking about so many different, you know, concepts and ideas and ways that they could approach a situation in a different way. You know, you kind of you excite them to the point where they end up taking on and absorbing some of your energy and they allow themselves to be free. They allow themselves to step outside of the box. You would be an amazing boss. You would be an amazing boss. You would be an amazing team leader. You would be an amazing company owner, like, because you have the ability to see the beauty in everyone and really allow their skills to step forward. And that is such a rare trait. Like, you are able to empower people because you have clarity on what their greatest strengths are and how that will mix with you so that you all find success, which is so powerful. I love that. Okay, so let me get a couple final cards. I want to get some advice for you guys from Spirit on like what they think you should do. I've been channeling a bunch of messages. All right. What advice do you have for pile number one, Spirit? You got the new moon in Aquarius, so yes, bringing in new ideas, and it says bring love into the situation. And there was the true love, and I felt that heart energy out of the Ouija board. This might be a situation where you have been really focusing on your business or your career or your friend group, and you have sort of shied away from a love partnership. And that might be the next step for you, right? To create a love partnership in a way that is reflective of you and your comfort level. Like, I get the energy that you're meant to be very innovative when it comes to your love partnerships. And it won't look the same as what is traditional. You might decide that you don't ever want to get married and you don't even want to live with your partner. You're going to have a long-term committed partnership and live in different homes, which I think is amazing. Like, that's definitely my style. But that's really weird to a lot of people. Like, they can't really wrap their heads around that. And it's really forward thinking. And, you know, there might be something else in terms of love that's kind of unique to you. Like, you are going to have possibly an open relationship or just something that's outside of the norm, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be anything extreme. But this could also not have anything to do with having a unique or different relationship. And it could be talking about you already being in a relationship and bringing it to the next level. You guys working together, collaborating with each other in a way that is also very forward thinking. So it could play out a bunch of different ways. So that is nice. Love is a major, major energy for you then. Love and partnership is going to be one of your greatest strengths. And I just keep hearing the term calling card. Like, people are going to know you for either your partnership or your ability to love or something about love. And like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic love, but specifically calling card is like how people remember you, you know, your signature. That's pretty powerful. So I'd love to know how that relates to you guys, how you interpret that. Let me know in the comments, because that's really fascinating to me. So let's get some final advice. Whoop. What would you like pile number 1 to know? Okay. So you've got meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. Yes, at times you're going to want to slow down a little bit. You are firecrackers. You want to go, 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 go. But you're going to get all of these amazing ideas, and you're actually going to be able to have clarity to see where the doorway is. Sorry. Excuse. I'm good. You'll see where the doorway is so that you can like transcend, right, to that higher vibration I was talking about. Truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. That's what this whole reading has been about. If you relate to what I am talking about, but this doesn't reflect your life yet, this is confirmation that this is where you're going, right? You just have to have faith and confidence in your own abilities. And like I was saying before, meditation really helps. You can do a lot of different types of meditation, right? Your meditation can be as unique as your love life. You know, like some people go to the gym and just zone out on like the treadmill, right? That's a meditation. It's when you are so locked into, you know, just being present, just the now, and not necessarily ruminating about all of the things that you want to do or the things that are going wrong. Unfortunately, a lot of the time that's where our minds go. And whatever allows you to get into the now and break free of that like sort of like repeating cycle of negative thoughts can be your meditation. And then you just have to be open to how the universe communicates with you. It's like that epiphany, that insight. You're like, yeah, maybe I should try that class or join that gym or whatever it is, right? Then you got observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Yes, be aware of how things are transforming and changing in your life, right? Like I gave you that example earlier about how all of a sudden I started to give myself a free pass to be who I really am, and I started to embrace gratitude on a daily basis, and then I noticed myself just smiling all the time. And then as I was smiling, other people were smiling back at me. I could have just passed it off and not been aware of where all of these shifts and changes were coming from. But I was reflecting out a different way of being in the world. And then the world was matching my energy. So you're being asked to observe that in your own life. Whatever shifts and changes you're making, see what happens. Really watch. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. You guys are powerhouses. I'm so excited for you. And I feel like this is just the beginning. Like I was saying, I feel like with the next full moon, some major shift and change is about to take place. Please let me know what happens for you guys. I would love to see how this resonates for you. And if anyone is interested in working with me one-on-one, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my booking information and services are available there. I do tarot card readings, live and recorded. I do spiritual coaching where I can help you with anything that's happening in your life, and I directly channel and I use tarot. I also do mediumship where I can connect with your spirit guides, and I do Akashic Records readings where I can look into your past lives, as well as Reiki crystal healing. Please share this, like, subscribe so you can enter the contest, and I hope I see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 2, welcome back. So you picked the blue candle, and I want to give you guys a reminder. I'm running a contest again this month. You can win a free mini reading with me. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and comment on this video. And then on the first of the month, I will announce the winner on my community tab. It's my way of saying thank you to you guys for supporting me and, you know, encouraging me. It's like, it means a lot to me when I get a chance to connect with you guys, and I hear about how the readings are resonating and helping you, because ultimately that's my goal here. That's what I want for all of you, to be feeling better on a daily basis, feeling better and better and better and better. So let's get into these cards. Let's find out what your greatest strengths are. Okay, so the first card that you got is crystals, healing, Amazonite, hope, faith, expression, inspiration. And then on the back of the card, it says Virgo. So you might have, you might be sun, moon, rising Virgo. It says Amazonite is a stone of hope and helps filter information through intuition while soothing the emotional body. It aids in clearing blocks and opening one's subconscious to the higher realms. I love it. Inspiration, discovery, and the Lovers. Beautiful. Pile number 2. So you are definitely somebody who has some healing abilities. You most likely are an empath or possibly a highly sensitive person, HSP. You have a lot of hope and faith in spirit. I believe that you're strongly connected with your higher self. You may not even realize it. For some of you, you probably have clear cognizance. You just have clear knowing. And it's just like comes through and you're like, you don't know how you know, but you know that you know. And that's one of my strongest gifts. And it's such a blessing. When you really lean into it and you start to have faith and you trust that that gut impulse that you're getting is 100% truthful, your whole reality is going to shift. If you aren't already working with energy or crystals in some way, you definitely have an aptitude, a strength in this. 100% you are able to channel energy. And I get the energy, especially from this Lovers card, that one of your strengths is you're actually able to pull the sun out of somebody's moon energy and vice versa. So like what's in the sun is what we like present to the world, right? And it can be connected with the divine masculine. So that's all of the bravado or the strength and the action and the drive. The moon energy can be the energy that is held back. It can be more of our secret nature, the things that we keep sort of close to us. It's also connected with the divine feminine. It can be energy that we use to connect on a deeper level with spirit or with others, like our intuition, our empathy. All of that can be connected to the moon. And so what I'm saying is that I feel like you are able to see that soft, sensitive, secret side in someone who might be like showing the world, you know, like how strong and confident they are, but you can see a little bit of that shadow energy or some of the things that make them feel vulnerable. And you seem to have a real healing energy around that, where you can, people are comfortable being vulnerable around you because they know that you don't want to harm them in any way. And you may also be able to pull out the part of a very shy person that seeks being in the spotlight, seeks being a leader and taking charge. You know, like you're able to help people balance that energy out, because we may lean into one energy more than the other, but we will be the happiest when we find balance. That is so beautiful. I do also get the feeling that you really encourage people to be more creative and express themselves in any way that feels comfortable to them. There's a lot of different ways that people express themselves, express their emotions, their thoughts, their feelings, their artistic abilities. We all are artistic in some way. You know, oftentimes we label artistry under like one umbrella. We like say this is art and that is crafts, or that is, you know, not art at all. That's just, you know, like you messing around. No, art is creation. Anything that you are doing to create, I don't care what it is, it's your art. It's your art form. And so we're all here learning and growing skills of mastery in some capacity. And it looks like you help people to birth new ideas and help them to feel more inspired, and you help them to feel like they're safe to express this, right? There's a lot of things that people want to do and say that they are so afraid to do because there's always some energy in the world that may possibly is online, right? Social media, where they're like, you're not allowed to do that. Or why are you doing that? I don't like that. You should stop. And that can really stop people from really, you know, loving their life, allowing their own gut impulses, their own psychic senses to lead them towards a place of happiness and gratitude and fulfillment. You open up worlds for people is what they want me to say. Like, you really are getting them to like be able to discover the gold inside themselves, right? And there might be things that you compliment people on that they hadn't really articulated. Like I said, like I feel like you can sort of read their energy and read their mind, and like they don't have to explain themselves as much, and it's so comforting. So you might just notice that somebody has like a guitar in the corner. You go over to their house and they're like, oh, who plays guitar? And you know, the host is like, oh, I just dabble. Oh, please play. And you do it in such a loving way that they probably would have turned down anyone else, but then they find confidence to play in front of you and maybe the other people that are there. And you all realize how skilled and talented this person is. And not only did you discover something beautiful about this person you may have known forever, but all of a sudden they're getting that positive like approval from other people that builds their confidence in a way where they're gonna possibly reveal themselves even more to other people, right? Like we've all heard about artists that kept all of their talents and skills hidden. You know, there's artists that have passed on, and then all of a sudden we find this wealth of artwork. Photographers, so many amazing photographers where all of their work was just found after they died, and they were like geniuses. And like people that have written beautiful art, like poems and books, and like I just get this energy that you're a catalyst for other people to come forward. You give them like hope and faith in themselves and like what life can be. And it's because you're doing this for yourself as well. You know, like I think that you are inspired by life, and you're inspired by nature is the other energy that I'm getting. I think that you're inspired, like your heart is just like telling you that you need to take steps forward to experiment. I just love this. This is so beautiful. Okay, let's get some more cards. What is pile number 2's greatest strength? Okay. Meerkat trusted group of like-minded friends. What? Yes. Like, I just feel like you are a connector. And what I mean by that is that you help people find their soul tribe. You know, like you just invite people, like you might have a party or you're part of a softball league, and you like can just tell who is going to get along, and you like bring people together. Like you would be so good in HR. You would be amazing at like just any career or position where you get to network and bring people together, especially people that are from different fields and have different philosophies or different expertise. Like you just are able to like bring that together, because like I was saying, you are amazing at reading what somebody is thinking and feeling without them having to vocalize it. You also got Kiwi. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. So you are probably somebody like myself who gets a lot of ideas when you're outside in nature. Didn't I say something about you being inspired by nature? Like sometimes I get into the zone, I'm channeling. So sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying. I have to watch the video after. Most of the time I know exactly what I'm saying, but sometimes when my spirit guides are really in a flow, I just forget some of the stuff I've said. But I'm pretty sure I said something about you guys being in tune with nature. So you might find yourself going on a walk and then just like zoning out. And really what you're doing is you're like sort of going into the astral to a certain degree. You're connecting with your guides, you're connecting with your ancestors, and you are just so tuned into the messages that that's where your mind is. And you might find that you get some of the biggest epiphanies. The energy behind it is like when you are driving home and all of a sudden you're home and you don't even know how you got there. That is the kind of like tuned into spirit energy that I am talking about. You might be able to do that like just out in nature. You're just walking around. I would say that if you haven't tried it, like just go out on a quiet walk where you are just tuned into what's going on around you, like not being on the phone. Like you may even want to just be completely by yourself, but if you have a dog, you could definitely take your dog out for a walk. Like the more I practiced it, the more I got out of that, and the more I noticed that I was getting some of my best downloads in those moments. Being around water too, there's something about swimming is coming forward. So you might find that like if you have a pool or you like to go swimming in a lake or the ocean or whatever, that you get a lot of downloads at that moment as well. I feel like the water, because I just keep feeling like I can feel the waves sort of crashing. There's sort of like this ebb and flow that I think that when you're in that state and you're that calm and relaxed, the floodgates just open. Amazing. I love it. So let's get some more. What is pile number 2's greatest strength? I get this energy that you guys also glow. That people may, have said things to you like, you're just glowing, or, your smile is so, bright and big. It just like is so warm and welcoming, or you have sparkly eyes. There's just like, I just get this real energy of you glowing. It's like you're very welcoming. You're very inviting. Rare gem. You're a rare gem. What is pile number 2's greatest strength? I don't get the sense that you're overbearing either. Not that you're a pushover. I do think that you have strong boundaries and you can stand your ground, but like you just have this way of diffusing conflicts with others. And these, like when I'm telling you guys this stuff, the things that don't resonate for you oftentimes are the things that you're working towards in this life. So it will be you. you're just not necessarily there yet, and that's totally okay, right? We all are here to learn lessons and grow. That's why I say that all the time, you know? And we come in and we are perfectly imperfect, and that's exactly what we are supposed to be, and we're supposed to accept ourselves unconditionally and accept others unconditionally and move towards love in all capacity and harm none, right? So not everyone is able to do that. Thankfully, everyone has spirit guides and ancestors with them, right? So we try and help and soothe as light workers. You're 100% a healer and light worker. And I just strongly get this sense that just being around you, it's like there's an energy shift for people. So let's see. What is pile number 2's greatest strength? Anything else? Nope. Okay. Oh, yes, you are empaths. So you got the King of Cups, highly intuitive, very psychic. You, for some of you, you have clairaudience, and it comes through for you in songs, like you might have heard of the term earworm, where a song pops into your head and it plays over and over and over again until you're like, I can't get this song out of my head. You will easily be able to get that song out of your head as soon as you acknowledge what the song is and you dive in a little deeper. Look at what the lyrics are, because the reason it's repeating for you over and over and over again is because your spirit guides are trying to communicate with you. And sometimes the most random songs will pop into my head, and then if I ignore it, it'll just play forever. So I just add everything to a Spotify playlist. And it had, like, if I play that song, it'll show me all the lyrics. Problem solved. I can go back to it whenever I want. You might very well want to do that as well. I do get this sense that you're getting messages through nature, like from the animals around you. There's just like this strong energy of like what I would refer to as shamanism, which is the oldest religion in the world. We all come from shamanic roots of different lineages, but it is the practice of being completely in tune with the energy that makes up everything, source energy, recognizing that we're infinite beings, that we never die, and that all life is precious, and that we need to not only protect all humans, but every other life form that's on the planet. The planet itself is a life form. So I get that sense from you. Like there's just a lot of earth energy. So you're very abundant. The 9 of Pentacles, you probably are very easily able to manifest things, but you may not even know that you're doing it. Miracles just might happen for you, right? Like you, for some reason there's something coming forward about a cottage or a vacation or something where it's like, oh, I'd like to go to, I'll just use Bali as an example. I'd really like to go to Bali, and you just throw that out there. You don't elaborate on it. And then all of a sudden you find out that your friend won a trip to Bali and you're invited. Or, you know, there is a huge, like a 50% off package deal to go to Bali, and you get this discount because of your work. Or there's something, like it doesn't necessarily have to do with Bali, but that is really strongly coming forward. But I do get this sense that like miracles just sort of like flow into your life, and others might be like, what is going on with this person? Like, where do I get some of that luck? And you just have faith and you work diligently towards your goals. And I do get this feeling that you really do believe that the universe is working in your favor, and that there can be a really beautiful, abundant future for all of us. We can be surrounded by love and optimism. You're aware and acknowledge all of the hardship and the pain that exists in this world. It's there 100%. But you choose to lean into healing and love. Like, that's where I keep getting that sun moon energy. It's like you've done the work, you've done the shadow work, and you released the things that needed to be released. You've experienced pain and you know how to walk out of that pain, and you're bringing others with you. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So let's get some advice for you guys. What would Spirit like you guys to know? I think you have a real green thumb too. I think that you can easily grow plants. What would you like pile number 2 to want to know? Okay. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So strong energy of manifestation. So for some of you, you're still on this journey and you're learning how to become the master manifester once again. This is something that you already know, but we have to unlock these gifts inside ourselves again. It's one of the, you know, it's one of the rules. It's one of the frustrating aspects of going through these lessons. We have to sort of relearn, re-remember a bunch of things that we have mastered in past lives. It looks like you are great at the dreaming and the manifesting and the trusting and the believing. What you might need to be working on is the practical everyday. The making sure you're on a schedule, getting up at a certain time, and you're making sure that you're scheduling in time to meditate. You're scheduling in time to write in a gratitude journal. I mean, those are things that I do in my day. Your schedule might look different than what I just described. I do definitely think that you should meditate, but you don't have to do those things. You have to do something that's bringing you to a place of equilibrium so that you can focus your energy on what you want to come out of your life here. But there is something coming forward where you're going to have to set down sort of clear guidelines for you. And it can be baby steps. You don't have to schedule every minute of your day tomorrow. Start a schedule where you're okay, I think I'm going to be able to fit in meditating for 15 minutes twice a week. Pick the days and schedule it. Put it in your phone, have it as a reoccurring reminder, and stick with it. If you have to switch it around, then if you can't fit it in at 9 a.m. as you had scheduled it, you have to move it to 9 p.m. right before you're going to sleep or something, then do that. But don't skip those days. Do it, but give yourself manageable goals is what I am saying. Because then you'll master that and then you'll really move forward. There's this earth here, this glowing moon is really reminding me of this Amazonite. So you might want to get a piece of Amazonite. I don't have it here, but Amazonite is a fabulous crystal. Like I was saying with all of the things it's talking about here about increasing your intuition, but it also connects with the heart chakra, which is such a major, major focal point for creativity. The energy of love combined with your sacral chakra will help you to manifest more on a day-to-day basis. But finding that unconditional love will shift your reality. It really, really will. So yeah, you might want to get a piece of Amazonite. So let me get a couple of final cards for you guys. What would you like pile number 2 to know? What do they need to know right now? All right. So first card is signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. That's what I was saying. So I get a lot of synchronicities with nature, like I was saying before. For the last 2 weeks, literally almost every day I've seen a red cardinal. And the red cardinal is a symbol of grounding. It's also a symbol of getting intuitive insight from spirit. It can be connected with long-term partnership because cardinals mate for life. There's a ton of different associations that different cultures partner with the cardinal, but I know that's what spirit is like. They're trying to tell me generally that I need to focus on my grounding and I need to be channeling messages so that I can come into union with other people that are on the same path as me, right? So you might need to like do some dissecting of the messages that you see, right? Just be mindful of things that are repeating for you. If you're seeing something repeatedly, day after day, that's when you want to pay attention to it, right? Even if you only see it once, if it's that like rare, like I saw a fox the other day. That is super rare. So that is significant, right? So that gives you kind of a general idea of what you're looking for. Okay, strength. You're being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. You are on a soul mission. There is something that you are meant to do in this life, and not everyone is, right? Like everyone has like a divine purpose, but you have a purpose that is connected to other people, and many souls have they are part of a community. They are working with other people, but it's not necessarily a collaborative mission is what I'm getting at. It seems like you are meant to work with other people, come together with other people, maybe with a divine counterpart, to bring something forward, to heal something. And it could just be on an energetic level. It could be in the physical. I'm leaning towards it being like something real, like you're starting a business or you're creating a product or you're teaching or coaching or some kind of healing arts. Because of this 9 of Pentacles makes me think that it's definitely something that's real, and it's not just like your energy, but you may be on an energetic level healing now. And as you empower yourself more and you get used to where the signs are coming from and you balance out the spirituality and practicality, that's when it's going to be an opportunity for you to get the major download to then bring this idea into the physical. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was such a pleasure. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Then it also enters you into the contest, and I love connecting with you guys in the comments. If anyone is interested in working with me one-on-one, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my services and booking information are available there. I do tarot card readings live and recorded. I do spiritual coaching where I can help you with like anything that's going on in your life, and I can give you the spiritual, metaphysical, magical perspective on things. I do Reiki crystal healing, and I do all of my Reiki distance healing, so I can work with any of you. And what else do? I do mediumship and channeling, so I can connect you with your spirit guides, where I can go into the Akashic records and talk to you about your past lives, which are really mind-blowing. I mean, I've been doing a lot of past life readings lately, and they are I never cease to be amazed by the experiences that you guys have come through. It's wild. So if that's interesting to you, then please go to my website and you can email me through the site. And I hope I see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 3, welcome back. So you picked the orange candle, and I want to remind you guys I'm running another contest this month. You can win a free mini reading with me. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment on this video, and then on the first of the month I will announce the winner on my community tab. And please do let me know how the reading resonates for you, whether you want to be part of the contest or not. I love hearing about how these messages are playing out in your life. So let's find out what is your greatest strength. You got hydromancy, illusion, talent, commitment, azurite, psychic, intuition, guidance, Astrological signs Aquarius and Sagittarius are on the back of this card. So you may have prominent placements in your chart, sun, moon, or rising that are Aquarius or Sagittarius. It says Azurite awakens psychic abilities and brings awareness to spiritual guidance. It offers a clear mind when in meditation and creates a clear connection to spirit. It helps relieve worries, negative thoughts, and phobias. Beautiful. And you got the card Decrease as well as the 10 of Wands. So, I mean, with the Azurite alone, it's definitely clear that you guys have psychic abilities. I also get that energy from the Decrease card because water is connected to intuition, and you've got hydromancy, illusion. You are a very talented person. You've got the talent card. You're very dedicated and committed to the things that you love, the people that you love. You work well with other people. And I do get the sense that you have had collaborations or partnerships with other people. So it may be that you're in a long-term relationship. It could be that you run your own business with another person, or you've just had really successful collaborations in your work environment or possibly at school. But I definitely get the energy that you're able to work with other people really effectively, even if they're dramatically different from you. It's like you're able to untie knots is the energy I'm getting. Like you're a great problem solver. And I think that you are also someone who potentially could be really talented in dance, gymnastics, ice skating, something that has to do with movement of the body. This could be that you're a model. It could be that you are like a dance instructor, or you do yoga. There's just something about like the physical movement of the body. You could be a chiropractor. I mean, anything that has to do with the physical body. You also seem to have like a way of using your psychic abilities to help you navigate these waters, to sort of intuitively know if you say are a chiropractor or you're in healthcare in some way, or you're a teacher in some capacity. You're able to recognize how somebody needs to be communicated to so that they understand what you're trying to say. You also are able to intuitively know what's wrong with them, you know, like you can read it in their energy, which is something I do with Reiki because I tap into your energy psychically and I can pinpoint health issues, which I never recommend using as your primary form of like healthcare by any means, but it is interesting to find out psychically how the energy system and the physical body are connected. You might be able to do something like that as well. There's definitely an energy with that. Now, I also get the feeling like you are able to help people de-stress. Just being in your presence helps them to feel de-stressed. So you might be an empath. So you may be, or you may be clairsentient, where you have physical feeling of another person's energy, right? Now that might be sort of a burden for some of you with this 10 of Wands. Like it could be that you're absorbing other people's energy and just it really weighs you down, and you need to be able to find ways to transmute that energy, because this is coming out as one of your greatest strengths. One of the reasons you're here is to be able to transmute other people's energy and help walk them through the fire is the energy I'm getting. Like you being so tranquil and being so unbothered by their distress helps them. You know, it might be a situation where you're working in an ER. People come in with major health issues. You know, somebody comes in and an accident has taken place. They, the patient, as well as everyone that's with them, is panicking. And you are able to stay calm. You know exactly what needs to be done in this moment so that that person can get the care that they need. That's the kind of energy. And like, you can work in chaotic environments with difficult people potentially and you are just able to keep it flowing. You know, like you may be a counselor of some kind as well. Now, like I was saying, for some of you, if you haven't quite been able to figure out what it is that you're doing, like with the absorption of energy, if you haven't quite tuned into the fact that that's why you may feel off at times, you may want to start taking note of when you have highs and lows in your energy and see if there's a pattern there. I would just start writing down an energy journal is what I would suggest. So every day in the morning and at night, you write down one line about how you started the day, like how you felt in the morning, and then how you felt at night. And then you can sort of start to see whether there's a pattern of like, oh, well, on Tuesday, I felt like even energy. I felt good and I was able to accomplish a lot the entire day. And I was around, you know, my family and it was all like very positive and things were really great. But then on Wednesday, I went and I had to go and see a colleague about like a work problem that they're having. And immediately after that meeting, I felt so drained and tired. Like I needed to eat some chocolate to like boost my energy or have some coffee to boost my energy at 4 o'clock. Now, lots of people associate that with like, it's the afternoon slump. Is it? It may be. But it may be that you were just absorbing somebody else that's carrying around a lot of low vibrational energy and now you're carrying it around. And if you can acknowledge that, then you can come up with ways of releasing that energy, right? You're going to absorb it. I do. I'm an empath. I'm constantly absorbing people's energy. And that's why sometimes I have to take breaks from doing readings for you guys because I get so tired. But I have self-care practices that help me a lot with that. So water for you, salt baths, major help. Meditation, 100% would be very helpful for you. Even if you're just listening to soothing music while you're sleeping, like meditative music, that might really, really help you as well. Or, you know, listening to meditative music throughout the day as well. It can really help you. Walking around outside, feet on grass, it will release that energy for you. There's a lot of different ways you could do it. You definitely are able to see past illusions. So there's an energy here with the hydromancy card that you're able to know if someone is being honest and truthful with you. And in some cases, people just put on a happy face and they're like really struggling, and you're able to see that, you know, like you're the friend that's like, I know you said you're okay, but I just wanted to call you and make sure, you know, like, and then like we all have known people like that, right? And you're like, oh my God, how did you know? I'm really struggling. And like, you know, you're that outlet for those people. You also are able to pick that up on people that maybe have ulterior motives or wearing a mask because they are seeking to deceive people. So if you are able to pick up on when somebody is feeling down and they need your support and help, give yourself credit for also being able to acknowledge when you need to avoid someone, right? Because you are using the same gift to read these people. Don't assume that you're reading into things or, you know, you need to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. No, you don't. You don't have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You're going to be kind to them. You're not going to be rude to them, but you don't have to let every single person have access to your energy, your time, your skills and abilities. No, you get to decide who is part of your life and who isn't. They should earn that place, right? And it's wise to be sort of apprehensive of people that are already setting off your red flags, right? There's a reason why your intuition is saying, something is off here, because your guides are trying to help you steer around something that may really harm you. So let's get some more cards, guys. So what is pile number 3's greatest strengths? Whoa. Okay. I'm not going to take the ones that are on the floor. Okay, so Condor, you're too enmeshed in this situation. So step back and see the bigger picture before making any decision or taking action. So you are able to see things from a higher perspective when you have strong empathic energy like you do. Like you, this is really strong empath, clairsentient energy. You are going to want to heal people. You're going to be drawn to them. And in a way, you may have to find a way to channel that into people that are receptive to it, because I was like this as well. I wanted to help all of the broken and wounded birds that came along. But some of them aren't ready to heal, right? And it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they would want me to do all the heavy lifting for them. But we can't. I can only heal myself. And I can give you guys guidance. And I can energetically do a healing on you. But the actual like day-to-day work has to be maintained by the individual in question, right? You can't do everything for another person. And I think that you've learned that, and that is a major skill for you. And if you haven't already learned that, you are learning this, you know? Like it takes time to learn a lot of these lessons and come to a place of peace around that, because to really care about someone and want the best for them, but recognizing that they may not be able to change does really hurt sometimes, you know, like, because it may mean that you have to like disconnect from that person to a certain degree, possibly forever, right? So it's just something that you should keep in mind. Depending on your situation, you may need to give yourself a little distance from people that you're too possibly enmeshed with. You got Boar. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage. You will emerge victorious. So sometimes empathic people do like to keep the peace and can sort of placate people by just backing down a little bit. You are stronger than you know, and you're definitely, I'm being told to say that you're stronger than you look. So people might have been underestimating you, thinking, oh no, this person is weak in some way, but you're so much stronger than them. I mean, like the embodiment of your skills is being brought forward as the 10 of Wands. That's heavy energy. But you are able to not only complete cycles for yourself, but complete cycles and help guide others towards the completion of their own cycles. But you have to be courageous and face the issues head on, and you can do it in a really nice way. It's just a matter of saying like, no, we have an issue here, and I would really like it if we could take some time out to discuss this and come up with a mutually beneficial solution. And then if that person is like just sort of going in circles or causing getting defensive or sparking more arguments, then you have to think about this enmeshment. Is that a situation where now you have to possibly take a step back? Because whether we like it or not everyone is the same age. And I don't mean just in human terms. I mean, the ages of our souls are different. And we're all here learning lessons and growing. So someone may be a lot older than you, but on a soul level, they're much younger than you, right? And if you can think about it in those terms, it makes it easier to not take things personally. But you also have to understand that, just like our children, sometimes you have to let them fall, right? Sometimes they have to be able to make mistakes to learn from it. It's the same with all the other people in your life. Meerkat, get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. If you haven't already, come to a place where you are kind of with a soul group of friends that support you and see things the way that you see it, then you should start focusing on that coming into your life, right? You don't need to figure out all the details of how these people are going to come into your life. You just have to be very clear with the universe that I have a supportive group of friends that will have my back no matter what. They unconditionally love me. They know how to give as well as receive. They inspire me. We have fun. There's endless laughter. Just consistently, every single day. Think something along those lines to you. Try and keep it in the positive. Try and keep it in the present as well. So like I was saying, I have instead of I want. Because I want manifests more of you seeking, right? So even though we think of everything as real if it's in the physical, everything starts on the energetic first, right? So I have means that in the energetic, you have that. And it's just a matter of waiting for it to come into the physical. It's like you plant the seed and it's underneath the surface of the soil, but it is germinating. It is growing. It's just a matter of you waiting for that seed to pop through the surface of the soil, and then you can see, it is there. But, you know, like oftentimes we don't think about it that way, but that really is how it's working around you. So think I have versus I want. So what else is pile number 3's greatest strengths? Okay. So yes, you have the ability to stand your ground with the 7 of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy in you because you've got the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. So you're able to stand your ground and speak your truth. You just might be out of practice, or you may have been discouraged from doing that in the past, but it's part of your destiny. You're meant to come into alignment. The 8 of Wands is fast-paced change into alignment. This is going to be something that takes hold of you and brings about a whole new reality for you. You may, at this particular point in time, be at a crossroads and be a little bit blind to like the decisions or the options that you have around you, but you're going to be able to remove that blindfold for yourself, and you're going to walk through this fire to get to a place of healing and allow yourself to commit to the things that you're passionate about, all of your talents. And by you doing that for yourself, you are going to show others that it can be done. You're also helping others to remove that blindfold. You might be one of those people that just has a way of explaining things where, you know, you can talk about triggering issues and you do it in such a beautiful, gentle way that people that may be a little closed off from talking about some of those concepts or theories are more open and receptive. It doesn't mean that they're going to change their mind immediately, but you're at least allowing them a safe space to explore their own triggers, which is connected back to their shadow. It's the parts of ourselves that we reject, and we often will project that onto other people, right? So you're able to help people through that. And it's because you've been diligently working with the 7 of Pentacles. You've worked on these skills. It didn't just like happen for you like out of the blue. You had to like work on it. And you had a lot of questions is the energy I'm getting. Like you really questioned why things were the way that they were for you. Like why were you feeling drained? Or you maybe going through this process now where you're going to start asking yourself these questions. Why am I feeling drained? Or why don't people give back? Or why do I even have these sensations? What does this even mean? Like with all of your psychic abilities, right? It could be any of those things, but it's because you were asking the questions and you then we're given the answers, right? Like the 8 of Wands. I have had experiences like that where I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Why is there all this pain and heartbreak in the world? Like, what kind of justice is that? Like, what kind of God would create all of the pain that we have in this world? And then the answers came through to me, right? Because we learn the most from the pain. That's why. And you're going to learn from your own experience how to get out of the fire. And then you can have compassion for other people that are still stuck in the flames. And you're going to want to help them to come out, but you're going to understand if they need to stay in. I hope that makes sense. So let's get some final advice for you guys from Spirit. What advice do you have for our pile number 3? For our beautiful pile number 3 is what's coming forward. I really do get this strong sense of grace with like the dancing, even if you're a physical person. I'm even getting physically imposing, but I don't necessarily mean that you have like, it's your stature or anything. It's just that like your being is just larger than life. I do think you're very graceful as well. Okay, you got adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. So there might be a couple of things that you're still working on and changing. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. The full moon in Capricorn is on Wednesday. It'll be the day after this reading is released to you guys. That is so exciting. Oh my God. So there is some major shift that's going to be taking place with this new moon. Now, if you're seeing this reading after the full moon in Capricorn has taken place, that's totally okay. This is a timeless reading, so it will be the next full moon from when you see this reading, that there's going to be some sort of energy shift. Some adjustment is going to be made to you is the energy I'm getting. Like your guides will energetically make shifts and changes, and it'll be things like you might cry for a couple of days. You know, we've all had those moments where it's like, I don't even know, especially as psychic people. It's like, I don't even know why I'm sad, but I'm really just sad today. And you cry and you feel the feelings. Oftentimes it's you're releasing blockages, right? It'll be a whole bunch of memories from the past that come back, and it's like, oh, this makes me feel bad when I think about it. But you're releasing it. All you need to do is acknowledge it, recognize it, think the things that you needed to think, and feel the things that you need to feel, and say the things you need to say. And then say, I make peace with that, and release it, and ask your guides, ask your ancestors to help you to disconnect from it. Really, truly release it and make peace with that. Okay, let's get some final advice for pile number 3. What would you like pile number 3 to know, Spirit? You got surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Yes, one of the hardest things you have to do. It's so hard, especially when you're psychic, because you're given so much information and you're like, well, I know that this is where I'm supposed to end up, and I'm trying to work towards that. Why haven't I gotten to that goal yet? Why haven't I gotten to that point? And then they will like not tell you. And it's because there's some, breakthrough that's going to happen. There's some epiphany, some blessing. And we're also learning to just surrender. That is why. Because you're asking continuously. That's why you're not being told. Because we have to have faith in the universe having our back. Now, that's very different than having just blind faith for another person. What I'm asking you to do is have blind faith in yourself, in your own capabilities, your own abilities. Don't trust other people, including myself, over what your intuition is telling you. Have faith that the universe has your back, that your ancestors are watching over you, and I promise you, they are. I'm a psychic medium. I am able to connect with people that have crossed over, and they are with you constantly, every single day, just waiting for you to ask for their assistance. So ask. If you need help understanding how to better respond to the universe, or surrender, or just release, ask for the help. Your ancestors will be there like that. They will. Okay. You got signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Of course it has. You're psychic. They are definitely giving you signs and synchronicities. Have faith. Don't discredit it or denounce it because it seems like, oh, you're reading into it. Who cares? You know, like, how will you know if it's a sign or whether it's just a figment of your imagination unless you allow yourself to go there, right? Like, if I could have stayed in the dark my entire life. I could have said every single magical thing that's happening to me is me just reading into it. And I did do that for a long time. And eventually I got to the point where I just couldn't. I had to just have faith. I had to have belief, and my skills increased dramatically over and over and over and over again. And I still have moments where I'm like, oh, can I do this? Do I have this ability? And oftentimes the universe will pull through and give me that little bit of reassurance. But I have to at least meet them halfway. I have to be open to the fact that it could be a possibility. And then all of a sudden you'll be seeing signs and you'll be having synchronicities that it's just like, you can't brush it off as coincidence. You got creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. You are very talented. Dive into your talents even more. Dive into the talents that you haven't experienced yet. All of the things that you've always wanted to do. If you've always wanted to take a pottery class, do it now. Go. Get on your phone or get on your laptop, find a local pottery studio where you could go and take like an evening class, even if it's just one time. Give it a try. And if it's finances that are the problem, you know, or time is the problem, tell the universe, this is what I want to do. I want to take a pottery class. And I promise you, with a little bit of time, the universe will align things for you so that you can experience that. Like for myself, I really wanted to be able to take yoga. And I was like investing all of my resources in my business. And I'm like, should I get a membership for yoga? It's so pricey. And all of a sudden I was connected with someone who added me to their weekly Zoom yoga classes, and it's like all free, and I get to meet like all of these cool people that are part of this class, right? So things like that, miracles can happen. It doesn't have to always play by one rule book, right? That's where you have to like place your order and then have faith that the universe will rearrange things and align things so it can be yours. You got choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey and the direction of your choice. That's exactly what I was just saying. Yes, make the choice. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to manifest? Focus on that. Like I was saying before, say, I'm taking yoga, or I'm taking pottery, I'm taking guitar lessons, I am joining a running, or I've joined a running group, whatever it is, present tense, it's happening now. And then just, wait for your start date to show up for you, So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please, if you could like, share, subscribe. Let me know how this resonated in the comments, and that will enter you into the contest. And of course, I love knowing how this stuff is playing out in your own life. And if anyone would like to work with me one-on-one, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my services and my booking information are available there. And I do tarot card readings, live and recorded. I also do spiritual coaching, where I can help you work through any issue that's happening in your life, and I give you the spiritual, metaphysical, magical perspective on things. I do Reiki crystal healing, and I do Akashic Records readings, where I can look at your past lives, or do a channeling session, mediumship with your spirit guides. So yeah, you can check all of that out on my website. And I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Take care.